Welcome to the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series Season 5 for the Daytona 500. And we have an in-race reporter today, and that is Garrett Jones. Alright, Garrett, this is a card up in the ESPN booth. Got a copy?
Oh, wait, Tommy. Oh, yeah, I got you.
Alright. Well, the track is very cold today, which means we have a lot of grip. Are you going to be making some bold moves because you got the grip you need?
Oh, yeah, I got great. Equipment's great with JTR. I've had the best seasons for one win, I think. And I'm ready to get a big contender here in this season.
All right. Well, you start last for today's race. How aggressive are you going to be on your way to the front?
I'm going to be really aggressive. I'll bump, I'll move, I'll put people on the fence if I have to.
All right. Have fun out there. Stay safe.
Okay.
All right, that is Garrett Jones, our in-race reporter for today's race. So, as the cars will roll off, Mitch Speed is going to be on the pole, Danny Wells, Christian Janes, Seth Cole, Andrew Schwartz, Zach Buchanan, Dylan Young, and Kenny Murray will round out your top 10. And now here's the rest of the starting lineup. Jack Richards, Kurt Kozlowski, Jacob Cook, John Worry, Carter Kozlowski, Sean Henley, Matthew McMurray, Gino Harvey, Julian Ortiz, Jacob Lawler, Phil Jones, Sean Galligan, Courtney Simpson, Greg Jones, Evan Earnhardt, Alex Filter, Hunter Stone, Dion Petty, Connor Breton, Brian LaFleur Jr., Justin Perry, DJ Sorensen, Stephen Dillon, Corey Williams, Joseph Bryant, Chris Summers, Charles Jackson, John Dillon, Julie Stewart, Timmy Pacioli, CJ Sorensen, Ziggy Bain, Garrett Jones, actually Kyle Smith, and then Garrett Jones. Alright, as the field will roll off, the Daytona 500 is about to get underway with 20 laps of great racing. Can we go caution-free at Daytona for the 5th time in, well, not in a row, but just the 5th time overall? Because in Season 1, 2 Daytona races went caution-free. Then in Season 4, the Daytona 500 went caution-free. And then the Bud Shootout this season went caution-free. So, will we go caution-free in the Daytona 500 in Season 5? I doubt it. Here we go. Mitch Speed will come out of turn number 4 to take the green flag. Our in-race reporter, Garrett Jones, he's talking about he will go aggressive and he's going to put people on the fence if he has to. So I have a feeling if he's second, coming to the checkers, he's not going to back down. Here we go. Mitch Speed, Danny Wells, the top 2, green flag in the air. We're racing. Great start there by Mitch Speed, and Kenny Murray peeking his nose below Schwartz, and now Schwartz is going to slam the block and go all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. And Danny Wells is going to prevail. And already Schwartz jumps to the bottom. And Andrew Schwartz leaves that inside line, but he jumps up in front of Christian Janes. I think that might have been a mistake. But Danny Wells leads through turns 3 and 4. Oh boy, they are really being aggressive. First lap of this race, and these guys are already just going at it. Coming to the line the first time around, it's gonna be the first leader of the race is gonna be Danny Wells. Let's check in on our in-race reporter, see how he's doing. Whoops. Well, the man right behind him, Garrett Jones, we said he'd be aggressive, and he's already passed a good 4 or 5 cars there. He is living up to that. Muscling his way to the front. Or, for the moment, 39th. Alright. As we come through turns 3 and 4, Danny Wells has just absolutely an incredibly fast car. He was so fast in the practice sessions, obviously second in qualifying. He just has a machine for today's race. Oh, boy, that got close. Dylan Young. And Carter Kozlowski looks just below Dylan Young, but he's going to fall back in line. And now here comes on the inside, Jacob Cook. He's pretty much come out of nowhere, and he is making the pass right there. Garrett Jones currently running 39th. Oh boy. We were going to check in on our Bud Shootout winner, but they're packing it in here. Might make it 4 wide, and if we do, that could be some trouble. Oh, Galligan further back. Galligan peeking his nose in there, trying to make it 4 wide. Oh boy. Oh boy, that might not work. Oh boy, they made it for now. 35th is now where Garrett Jones is running. Our in-race reporter, as we've mentioned about 3-4 times already. And oh boy. Galligan is being just extremely aggressive. 2 champions, Galligan and Simpson, lined up on the inside. Oh boy. I say that so much, but it's a good reason to say oh boy. Almost every single time they come out of a corner at this racetrack. Man, it's incredible that these guys have not piled them up yet. As Danny Wells is going to lead him at the line, Jacob Cook has his drafting assistance though, and that inside line is eventually going to prevail to the lead. Question is, when are they going to get out to the lead? Now Garrett Jones is running 27th. He said he'd be aggressive, and he is living up to his expectations. He is coming, and he's still getting drafted by Kyle Smith, and he is charging on the inside. Uh-oh, but he might be in a bad area because they were 4 wide entering 3, but they something had to give, and I think somebody did. I can't remember who. Somebody did. As we come out of turn number 4 this time around. It's going to be lap 6 of 20, and we are still green. Yeah, Garrett Jones is, he's prevailed up to 21st now. He's already halfway through the field, and we're only on lap 6. If he continues at that, he's going to lead like the last 6 laps. But as you get further up, you're going to be challenged with faster cars. We're just kind of going through the field every now and then. So now we're going to get an aerial view. Watching a few Toyotas. Mitch Speed, Garrett Jones, and Chris Summers. Oh, right in front of those guys. There they go! Simpson, the champion! More cars piling in. Garrett Jones just snuck around that. More cars. Oh, man, a big pile up. Dion Petty, Seth Cole, Julian Ortiz, Kurt Keselowski. I'm not saying Kurt's involved in that. He did get some damage, but a very slight amount of damage was sustained on that car. But the champion, Courtney Simpson, gets involved in this crash. Let's get a replay. Alright, getting a replay of this crash. Dion Petty, and we're going to get an aerial view. Him and Jacob Lawler were leaning on each other, and they just pushed up. And we saw Janes, and we thought that he just kind of swerved down there, but he got hit by Lawler, and he had a really good save. But, yeah, there's nowhere to go in this. Dion goes around, spins right in front of these guys. John Dillon just barely got through that. Same with Garrett Jones. And as everybody else comes in, filter clobbered Seth Cole. That looked like it was a pretty hard hit. Yeah, Kurt Keselowski actually got it stalled. And there's Connor Breton and Alex Filter spinning. They took some pretty hard hits. As we're going to ride on board here with Alex Filter, you'll see the smoke in front, and then the hood will just crunch up once he gets hit. Tried to thread the needle, and he did up until there. That was a pretty hard hit there for Alex, actually. So now we're riding on board with our in-race reporter, Garrett Jones. You'll see the smoke a lot like the last replay there. You'll see the smoke, and he just got through that. And Christian James came right back up in front and almost caused a big pile up. So let's go back to the green. Alright, we will restart with just 10 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Danny Wells, Andrew Schwartz, Jacob Cook, Kenny Murray, Dylan Young, your top 5. And Gino Harvey, Carter Keselowski, Evan Earnhardt, Jacob Lawler, and Christian James will round out the top 10. as Danny Wells, hoping to bring home the Daytona 500 for Roush Fenway. We got 41 cars left in this race. The only car out is Alex Filter in the 21. You can look on the right side of the screen there. That is Alex Filter in the 21. So then, going back to the leaders with Danny Wells, trying to bring home the win for the entire number 6 team. So we go green. Remember, Danny Wells, he's kind of been all over the place. He was with Roush, then he went to Penske, now he's back with Roush in his, this is his 3rd season. Andrew Schwartz, this is his 3rd. I think this is Jacob Cook's 2nd. Kenny Murray's 2nd. Dylan Young's 2nd. Gino Harvey, I believe this is his. Yeah, he's been racing since the start, so this is his 5th. Carter Keselowski, this is his 3rd season. A lot of these drivers are veterans. We only have a few rookies this season. One of them is DJ Sorensen. We're checking in on him right now, actually. He's restarted 30th. Not doing the greatest right now, but expect that to turn around. Where's our in-race reporter? Garrett Jones, there he is. He restarted 13th. He's having a good run. Remember, he started last, so you got to give a call out to him. He is, I believe, still 13th. No, he's 14th, sorry. As Andrew Schwartz leads the field, but Kenny Murray's digging on the inside. Danny Wells had the fastest car in practice, almost the fastest in qualifying, but he has now faded to about 5th. Carter Keselowski trying to create a line of his own on the inside. And nobody's going to help him. Oh, the 87 of Mitch Speed. Looks like he might decide to go help him out. As Kenny Murray leads the field out of turn number 4. He will lead this time around with just 8 laps of racing to go in this Daytona 500. I think I might hear lap traffic, but I don't understand why we'd already have some lapped cars. Oh, Ziggy Bain pulling back up onto the track. He had damage. Same with Seth Cole. Some of those drivers. Ziggy's pulling up onto the backstretch, and the leaders are onto the backstretch as well. This is going to be a big upset for some of these drivers. Ziggy tried to get out of the way, but he comes up in Evan, and all the leaders are around. 2 cars on their roofs. Ziggy Bain, Danny Wells, Greg Jones flies in here. Julian Ortiz, Galligan's involved. Many cars are on their lid. What was that lapped car thinking? I simply do not understand what was just going through. Who was that? I already forgot, but what was the lapped car thinking? That was Ziggy Bain. A championship well, he's not a championship contender, obviously, this year, right now, but a championship capable driver has just completely taken out the field. I do not understand what he was thinking, what just happened to bring out the 2nd caution of the day. Like I said, I simply don't understand what he was thinking here as Ziggy Bain pulls back up onto the track. He's a lap down, but I guess you can't blame him. He was trying to get to the apron, and when he hit, the car just snapped sideways, it looks like. And yeah, he was trying to get down low, but he had too much speed. You just got to feel for all these guys, though, especially Danny Wells. He had the best car in this field, and he almost went over the fence. And wow, oh, Garrett Jones just snuck through another, and Greg Jones, his dad, just comes flying in. Oh, wow. DJ Sorensen, a rookie, just made a veteran move to get through that wreck. That was absolutely incredible. But we had about 5 cars flip over in this huge crash. Alright, watch this. Riding on board with Evan Earnhardt. The closing rate is just incredible. And watch this. He had nowhere to go. And Galligan flies in with nowhere to go. He gets clobbered. Just a tough break for everybody involved in this. Now we're going to ride on board with Galligan. He also went over on his lid. You'll see the smoke, and you'll see Garrett Jones sneak through. Galligan wasn't so fortunate, though. Can you imagine seeing that, though? I mean, wow. Galligan. He was so close to getting through that, and that's the disappointing part for Galligan. Riding on board with DJ Sorensen. Watch this wreck avoidance. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. And same with Brian LaFleur Jr. just in front of him. They both just did a great job to get through that crash. Let's go back to the green. Alright, we are back. Gonna go back green with 3 laps to go. Andrew Schwartz, Stephen Dillon, Kenny Murray, Mitch Speed, Carter Keselowski, Chris Summers, John Worry, Justin Perry, Jack Richards, and Jacob Cook will be the top 10 for this restart. Got 35 cars left in the race with Corey Williams, a rookie, being the last of them. Here we go, boys. Andrew Schwartz. He was so close to winning the Season 3 Daytona 500 until he got wrecked by Jacob Askinger, coming to, I believe, I think it was 2 to go, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a disappointing day for Schwartz. You got to feel for him there, but you got to feel for him last season as well. He was close to the championship, but he got mathematically taken out about halfway through the race as we were back green. Carter Keselowski looks low. Summers was going to go down there as well, but he's going to stick with the drafting line. He might regret it, though, because Keselowski all by himself might be able to pass Mitch Speed. And now John Worry's going to go down low with Keselowski. Stephen Dillon to the point as Schwartz is going to fade to 3rd. Kenny's going to go for it, though. Here he comes on the inside. The top 3 cars have kind of taken off as Mitch Speed, Carter Keselowski, Chris Summers, and John Worry. Little 4-car pack there, but they're catching these leaders as Mitch Speed stuck on the outside line trying to get some drafting assistance from Chris Summers, and he is going to get some. And Stephen Dillon leads with 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Who's going to win it? John Worry looks low on Keselowski. Keselowski slams the door on him. In-race reporter Garrett Jones is 19th. Doesn't look like he's going to take it home. Check on through the field one last time before we take you to the checkered. Drivers deep in the field have damage. Seth Cole, he's well off the pace, but we're not going to catch him. He will not be an issue. Unless he pits or something. But even with that, I don't think he'd be an issue. Here we go. Coming to the white flag lap, Stephen Dillon had a miserable Season 4. Kenny Murray hasn't raced since Season 3. Carter Keselowski didn't have the greatest Season 4. White flag. Who's going to win this race? Stephen Dillon is out front with drafting help from Kenny Murray. Carter Keselowski trying to close with drafting help from John Worry. The 2-car tandem, Stephen Dillon and Kenny Murray, starting to break away. Carter Keselowski trying to get some assistance and get to 3rd. But he's fading. Doesn't look like Keselowski's going to take it. It's going to be between Stephen Dillon, and there goes Kenny Murray. Kenny to the inside. In his comeback in the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series, it's going to be tight. Stephen Dillon getting assistance from Schwartz. Drag race to the line. Stephen Dillon wins the Daytona 500 in the 33. Wow, what a finish, and that was 3/100ths of a second. Absolutely incredible. I thought Kenny might have him on the inside, but then Stephen had that momentum coming on that outside line. Wow, what a finish to this race, and Stephen Dillon will go to victory lane. Wow. His first career win, and it is the Daytona 500, and Seth Cole. Oh, I thought they were still racing. I was going to say, they were way off the pace. Our in-race reporter, we're going to be getting in-race reporters throughout the season. Garrett Jones, wow, he actually recovered pretty well. Restarted 21st, ended up 16th. Picked up quite a bit there. So congratulations, Stephen Dillon, on his first career win. Let's get to the results. Well, we are going to try this for this season. Those are the finishing results up in the top right corner, which we have it pretty large on the screen here, but Stephen Dillon, Kenny Murray, Andrew Schwartz, Carter Keselowski, Jacob Lawler finished in the top 5. Then you had Connor Breton, That is not Connor Breton. 6th position went to Mitch Speed. 7th, John Worry. 8th, Chris Summers. 9th, CJ Sorensen. Rounding out your top 10 is the 16 of Justin Perry. And then go to 11th through 20th. With Gino Harvey being the first of them, he was the Bud Shootout winner, and the 5 car, Brian LaFleur Jr., 11th and 20th there. 21st was Sean Henley, 30th, Julie Stewart, and you can look on there, try to find your favorite driver. And now 31st through 40th. 36th on down, starting with Matthew McMurray, they were all out of the race. And so that's 31st through 40th. The 31st being Dion Petty, and 40th was, who was that? Danny Wells, I believe. Yeah, Danny Wells. And then 34th to 42nd with the 21 car of Alex Filter, finishing last, unfortunately for him. So what a race this was. Stephen Dillon had a terrible season 4, and he's going to go to victory lane in the first race of season 5. Congratulations, Stephen, on his first career win. Let's get the celebration screen.